The earth itself is in a terrible state, and there will be great floods, there will be volcanic reactions. It can be no other way, for the imbalance is already there, and the effect upon the earth itself will be devastating.
And it wasn't until I got quite a lot older that I realised that it didn't happen to everybody. And when I was about 14 or 15, I started to hear voices then. Sometimes I'm aware that the guide or the control is there speaking, but I can't actually hear what's being said.
Good evening to you all. Good evening. It gives me a great pleasure and privilege to be able to come amongst you and spend some time with you for a short while. You all must understand here that whilst you are upon the earth plane, it is about sharing your love with your fellow man.
Is there a time to be born and is there a time to die?
Well, of course, my friend. I contracted this coldness within myself, which eventually flooded my lungs, and I left the physical body. But the transition from the physical into the spiritual plane was a beautiful transition. I was met by my own mother and what you would class to be my main guide. And they both came and collected me from this material life and brought me to this place that you will know as the spirit realms. And it was a delight, for I had not seen my mother for some considerable time. And when we met, it was full of great joy and happiness. It is not until you come into this dimension that you fully realize how significant your earthly life was.
Does having a particular religious belief imply blind acceptance?
No, not at all. If you feel comfortable with that religion, then so be it. As long as you do what you believe is right within your own mind, and you will eventually see that you have made a difference somewhere along the way.
Could you explain the difference, if there is one, between the mind and the brain, please?
The brain is the thing that keeps the body alive, really. The mind is exterior to the brain.
I've had ducks and pigs and animals of all descriptions, snakes and whatever, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of boundary for what can come back. I just think it's the love bomb that makes it unnecessary. Hell is a place where supposedly bad people go. But my belief is hell is in the mind of the person. And providing you make amends for those mistakes or try to, shall we say, do better things in the future, I don't think you need to worry about hell at all.
I believe it's very warm. If anyone says to you, my friend, that a child is born because they need to experience to be handicapped because of a previous karmic debt, they are telling you an untruth.
I'm not too sure about reincarnation. If I said I sat on the fence is probably the best way of putting it.
First of all, if you believe that you can come to our world with a load of baggage from this particular lifetime and have lived your life in a bad or evil way, and you don't care less because you're going to reincarnate as someone else, you're in for an awfully big surprise.
Please explain what will happen to Earth and its people in 2012.
In time you will find that the earth itself will be, shall we say, a deplorable place to be, a very sad place to be.
Good evening, George.
Good
Can I ask
evening.
you a question? As a working medium, I have come across quite a few people that, as we say, think I've lost the plot. How does the spirit world suggest we deal with people like that?
Stay away from them. You cannot change a spirit, a person, a personality.
I don't think it's my job to change a person's mind, but I do believe that if a person is what I would say open to the suggestion of spirit, then it is really my job to try and persuade them or show them that there is another dimension, that there is another spirit world.
When you return to the spirit world, you will find that this material life of yours is but the blinking of an eye.